You're listening to In the Game.
This is Susan Elza, and I am here today with head football coach of Byron Nelson High School, Brian Polk. And, I'll just say as an athletic director, it's been an exciting start for them as a first-year program. And, a lot of times the prediction for a first-year program is that they're going to be 0 for, or maybe win 1 if they get lucky. And we're sitting here, and I know Coach Polk will be very humble about this, but we are sitting here with a 3-2 record overall, and we're 1-1 in district play, and it was exciting for us to start that way. I think it's exciting for all the communities that make up Byron Nelson High School, and it's created just a great Friday night atmosphere. Coach Polk, what do you think? You don't have seniors, and I talked to Coach Pacheco, and I'll talk to you about you. I think that's an amazing thing when you're able to accomplish things with kids without the leadership of your seniors. What have y'all done to maybe just to get to this point, and what would you like to highlight as a part of your season?
Well, I think coming in, that was the big question early on with the football team without seniors, and just having sophomores and juniors, and no kid on our team had ever played on a Friday night before, and we as coaches were kind of wondering the same thing, and have kind of taken the mindset of talking with our kids on a daily basis of worrying about us, and we control what takes place on Friday night, and not using an excuse that we don't have seniors, not using an excuse that we may be the smallest and may not be the fastest when we step out on the field, but that if we have the mindset of playing hard every time that ball is snapped and executing our play as a team member, that we will give ourselves a chance. And that's what we talk to our kids about, is give yourself a chance at the end of the ball game to win. That doesn't guarantee that we are going to win, but we think that if we concentrate on ourselves and our kids are playing hard and they're playing together, that we will have a chance to win at the end of a football game, and we'll see what takes place.
Well, it's been fun to watch how it all evolves, and not just in football, but in all our programs. But specifically, let's talk about football. What I know that as an athletic director, that I hear from people that are in the stands, parents, community members, and all that, is just how well coached our kids are, and how well they're playing their positions, and how low we've kept our penalties. Another thing that I observed, just as our whole coaching staff as a whole, there seems to be a lot of enthusiasm, and it's contagious to the kids. Those two things, low. We've kept the penalties low, and just the enthusiasm that seems to go off the kids. What do those two things mean to your program?
I think they're huge. I think that the first part of it is the penalties being low and the turnovers being kept at a minimum is a discipline in your program, and we've talked about that to our kids since day one, and knowing, hey, we might be behind the 8 ball in a couple of different positions on the field on Friday nights, but if we can take care of penalties and we can take care of the football and not give the other team extra chances, that allows us to have some success on Friday nights, and our kids have bought into that and kind of had that as their mindset. And then as far as our coaching staff goes, we have a great coaching staff. We talked in the beginning of the year that we don't have seniors. We have got to be the ones as coaches, as the leaders on this team to begin with our enthusiasm, and trying to breed that into our kids and letting them buy into that, letting them trust into what we're doing, so that it bleeds into them. And our kids have slowly begun to buy into it. We've got a lot more emotion and enthusiasm on Friday nights and in our practices than we did at the beginning of the year. And I think that has helped us, have a 3-2 record at this point, because our kids believe in what we're doing. They believe in themselves, and they believe they have a chance as long as they have that and they're playing hard on Friday nights.
How do you do it without seniors? I mean, do you have certain kids that you identify as leaders, or do you feel like it's just, just the collective leadership of all that are getting you to this point?
Well, I think all in all, it's the combination of our kids and our coaches staying focused on ourselves and not worrying about who we're playing, and not using an excuse of not having seniors and all that good stuff. But I think a lot of it is we challenged our juniors this year, and challenged them from the standpoint that we don't have a senior class, and they have to act as that. They can't act like juniors. They have to act like they've been there before and be good examples for our younger kids. And I think it's taken them a while to buy into that, because they are young, and that's easier said than done when you ask a group of kids to do that haven't been in that position. But slowly and surely, those kids are stepping up as leaders. They're doing things right in the classroom. They're doing things right on the practice field, and I think it's bleeding across to our younger kids, and those kids have kind of taken that as their battle cry this year and have done a great job with it.
Top teams in our district are, obviously we've got the number one team in the state, Aledo, and we played them this Friday. We still got some very strong opponents in Boswell and Brewer and Hazel and all the schools that they're established programs. They're not they're not fresh off the ground like we are, and what do you think? I mean, that the Aledo game is going to be a tough game for us. What do we try to take from these games? And our ultimate goal for all of our programs is to win. But what mindset are we taking into these last 5 games of district? Here we are standing 1-1, and with 5 left. And I just I think it'd be interesting to hear from your perspective what you think is going to be key for us to be able to make it to postseason.
Well, we're very excited about the last 5 ball games of the district race, and we are 1-1, and our kids know right now that we're sitting right there with an opportunity of doing something that a lot of first-year programs don't have the opportunity to do, and that's have success the first year and get into the playoffs. And each and every week, it's the same thing for us. We want to concentrate on ourselves. We want to get better than we were the prior week, and we want to go compete. And our kids have that mindset right now. And I truly think that we have a chance of getting in the playoffs and that we can compete with everybody that's left on our schedule as long as we trust in ourselves and play with some confidence. So I think our kids are getting to that point. I think you'll see us battle and compete over the last 5 ball games, and we'll have a chance of squeaking into the playoffs this year.
Well, I think it's probably a scary thought for sometimes as coaches we don't want to put it out there. Hey, we can maybe make it to the playoffs. We don't want to have unrealistic goals for our team. But I think that sometimes this is just a personal perspective. I think we've got to put it out there for our kids and give them that goal to shoot for. And I think that just watching our kids and the intensity, enthusiasm they play, I don't want to take anything away from any team we have left on our schedule. I think based on sheer determination, these kids can make things happen that they probably didn't even know was possible for themselves. So I just want to wish y'all good luck the rest of the way on behalf of the athletic department, and good luck to your staff and to your kids. And we're very proud of what y'all been able to do thus far, and we're hoping for victories the rest of the way and a shot at going into the playoffs.
You're listening to In the Game.